continue with the second quarter of play. Quick information, the shot earlier of Cabagnot, which was initially declared as a 2, has now been reinstated as a 3. So our score is 31-26. Dr. J, your thoughts about the first quarter as Alaska attacks here. As San Miguel takes it away. In the meantime, we'll go with Joseph Yo, has made an impact. Misses the Arwin, shoots on the way down.
Well, Alaska started the way they wanted to start it. But starting is not finishing a game. You know, eventually San Miguel's outside shot began to fall, and San Miguel began to feel the urgency, so they have played with a little bit more intensity at the end of that first quarter.
Ronnie, your thoughts about Alaska and the game so far?
Well, the second unit also has to be efficient here for the Aces. Right now, San Miguel's second stringers have been able to narrow the gap. Joseph Yo, Nick Penici, and Arwin Santos have provided the aggressiveness on defense for San Miguel. Alaska's fired the first surge in the first quarter. It's San Miguel's turn here in the second period.
And we've got quite a ball game. We're tied at 31. In the meantime, behind the back pass, Tony De La Cruz trying to create, overshoots it, was worried about the defense, and a chance for San Miguel to taste the lead for the very first time. Here comes the Ninja. Villanueva to Yo, the pass deflected back to him. Arwin Santos fakes, can't shoot, shot clock at 9, back to Arwin. Arwin, what a share, lost in the shuffle. And San Miguel Beer is in the lead. And timeout, a timeout has been taken. It's a 30-second timeout. And it's brought to you, of course, by Handy Fix of First Aid ng Bahay Mo. Bonzo seals all. Am I still in the same ball game? Because it suddenly has changed its mood, Dr. J.
Well, it's a 7-0 run by San Miguel to start off the second quarter. You can see the way Joseph plays defense all over the player, confident with his outside shot, setting up his teammate. Nag-iba yung intensity. Sometimes you just have to insert the type of player like this. In his team, in Ronnie's team, they have an Artadi that can do that. And sometimes it's good or bad, but more often than not, it is good.
In the meantime, let's talk about the bigger basketball world. We'll have giants such as France, Spain, Germany, and Argentina exclusively on Solar TV and BTV. Witness Team USA pick up where they left off with the NSAB World Tour on Solar TV and BTV. Ronnie, when that happens, you really have to call it time. You got to check it.
Oh, definitely. If you're Coach Tim Cole, you just want to tell your team to settle down, execute, do the things that made us successful in the early part of the first quarter. And shut down the crowd, which seems to favor San Miguel at this stage of the contest.
The noise level of this Coliseum increasing several notches. Our audio men going bananas here. In the meantime, let's go to Patricia.
You know, in Game 1 set, for the first time, Coach Tim Cone used Simpson, Baguio, and Tenorio for at least 40 minutes each. Now, that was crucial in getting the Beermen off their game. They also forced the Beermen to make Gabe Freeman take most of the shots. So basically, defense pulled them through. But in between quarters, Coach Tim Cone was talking about how they are lacking in defense right now. They are allowing for a lot of open shots. Seb?
Thanks a lot, Patricia. Simpson. This gentleman is just a cool customer.
Probably the youngest player in the entire league right now, only 22 years old. And a lot of high praises coming from Coach Tim Cone. And remember that Coach Tim Cone has coached so many imports over the last 2 decades. And I'm sure that he believes that Diamond Simpson is simply one of the best that he has handled all throughout these years.
Arwin digs in deep. It won't work. And there's a foul.
Going to be called against Borboran. They're trying to push Jay Washington from the offensive boards. I think any coach that has an import that will follow what you tell him to do, that is intelligent enough to follow your instructions plus your triangle system, you will certainly have high praises for that coach. But putting Penici there, that's drawing Simpson out of the lane. Pero pumasok naman si Mitch Penici. Patay siya.
And Tim Cone beginning to beg for the call. He's trying to coach very hard here today.
Well, this lineup of San Miguel has given Gabe Freeman ample time to at least see the game in a better perspective.
Yes.
Had 3 fouls in the first quarter. But now this unit has been able to hold forth for Coach Tankinsen. In fact, tasted the lead for the first time with this lineup.
Good observation, Ronnie, and that run made without Simpson, who had to sit down. Good crossover, shake and bake, but angled away. Yo, crossover, Dipsy-doo, oh yes!
Game changer for San Miguel so far has been Joseph Yo, the ninja flying high here for the red shirts.
Nobody can keep in step with Joseph Yo. He has 11 points.
On the bench.
Oh, yes.
Off the bench.
Bonachere spots. No. The momentum and the energy of the ball game shifting so clearly to San Miguel here.
Like I said, the all Filipino lineup is good enough to win against other teams.
Dr. J, we had first-hand experience with that. This local unit really made it miserable for the D-Bank Derby Samados in the semifinals.
Behind the back dribble of Villanueva, that pass going to two defenders, but the recipients, I don't know, I'm speculating here, didn't know that the pass was going through.
You know, there's a guy that's coming into this game that I have already said you should be playing for them when LA Tenor is on the floor, and that's Denok Miranda.
He's a proven defender. No?
If you remember when Santa Lucia won a championship a couple of years back, the best small man on the other side, Denok was all over him. I mean, he really makes it difficult for you to touch the ball or move the ball.
Well, once again, we also had first-hand experience with that. We were the team that they beat in the finals 2 years ago.
Well, this coverage is all about first-hand experience, I tell you.
Better to be honest.
Baguio peeking inside, hook nothing. Vinicius watching him. Shot clock trimmed down to 9. The LA walk down the baseline. Borboran tries to go up and was fouled in the air.
Denok hasn't seen a lot of minutes over the last two series. I mean, the last semifinal series. And you're hoping that the timing is still there for Denok Miranda. And right now, I'm sure he will be called upon to put the cuffs on LA Tenorio, try to contain LA and take away LA's scoring from the outside.
You know, Mark Borboran was our best player in game number 6 of that battle against Stock and Tex. And he told Patricia Bermudez, sigurado ba kayo ako ang best player?
Bakit naman?
Oo naman. Nagdududa ka kay Patricia. Si Patricia na nga nagtatanong siya. Tapos nung huli, ipapatiin, wala po. In the meantime, Ninja Flight, not on this trip. Rebound Simpson. Tied ball game. Corner flip. Yes! This place is rocking! And we've got a full ceasefire. Alaska's back in the lead. Coliseum, the big dome. For game number 2, Seth Sarmenta, Ronnie McSonop, the Doctor, Andy Howe, Patricia Bermudez Season, and Magoo Marjon. Under the baton of Rafi Romano this afternoon. In the meantime, the undergoes that. A little fickle basketball, not wanting to go in. Shot clock at 16. Lob pass. Whip-like pass inside. Stolen by Baguio. Baguio looking to control his dribble. Baguio against 3, against 2. And LA says, that's enough. Into the corner we go. Change of pace. No, it won't bite. Simpson has it. Bognatan trying to play the patient back passer role. Shot clock at 9. LA. Nope, this is a problematic situation. They can get something here, they'll be lucky.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be lucky.
Big basket for Borboran. He's got 6.
Excellent composure here shown by Mark Borboran. Shot clock winding down, broken play, attacks the basket, scores Alaska's 39 point.
5:47 to go. Haba talaga, oh. Lampas na yun, ang taas na eh. Yo will go out. Messi will go out. Santos is in.
Obviously,
Go ahead, sorry.
well, San Miguel obviously is trying to keep Freeman on the bench. Oh, that's almost a poor inbound, yeah?
It is. It is. Hello, says Nathan. Denok, dribble, attack. Mahirap siyang matchup, Dr. J. Malaki siya, no? Lumulmarte.
Saka malakas siya.
At saka defensively, ang hirap ikutan. Simpson trying to create space. While running, Magsanok, when you have a big guy you have to dribble against, you shoot from afar, you use your atrasabante, your step back.
Well, depende kung anong klaseng depensa ang ibibigay sa iyo ng iyong opponent. But here, Diamond Simpson also able to understand the way Filipinos play against him. And over the course of the conference, he's been able to adapt himself extremely well. And that's why he's been so effective for the Aces, able to bring Alaska once again to its second consecutive finals appearance.
Yun ang advantage talaga if they keep you for the whole season.
Tama.
Yeah. You're good enough and you get adjusted well.
That will drop.
Alam mo, Doc, alam ko na mahaba ang length ni Arwin Santos, but he was no match for Diamond Simpson when he's that close to the basket.
Simpson must have a wingspan of about a 6'11",
at least,
or 7-footer. That kind of wingspan.
Okay, let's send it to Patricia on the corner.
You know, although LA Tenorio had some big shots last game, he just feels he wasn't at his optimum. He was slow, he was soft, especially on defense after review of the game. He also saw that he had the hardest time in the matchups against all of San Miguel Beerman's point guards against Alex Cabagnot, though he knew exactly that Denok Miranda will be the one to step in and give him trouble tonight, Seth.
Thanks a lot, Patricia. 4:47 to go. And that will crawl inside.
That's vintage Danny Del Ponce. We're seeing Gabe Freeman being sent to the scorer's table. So they'll make one more gamble with him to end the second quarter.
LA, yes!
First 2 points in the ballgame here for LA Tenorio. Ever since LA and Cyrus Baguio made their re-entry in the game, suddenly Alaska's ship has stabilized here in the second quarter.
They had problems when Larry Fonachero was being the point together with Jeff Carriazo.
Arwin, high off the glass.
That's a difficult shot.
Yeah, I thought he was shooting it straight, but then parang malayo ang tira niya, bumanda.
Turuwa si Freddy Hubalde niyan.
Yung kay Freddy, matigas pa nga eh, di ba?
Epektus eh.
That's good defense there.
Of course, you and I, Ronnie, we played with and against Freddy Ubalde. I can claim to fame that I took one rebound away from Freddy Ubalde. And that's all. In the meantime, Denok got it to Jay Wash. The nice fake. Fouled by Baguio from the rear. And look at Alaska, their entire community in arms.
Well, they were looking for something. They were looking for a traveling violation on Tiberos when he went to the baseline and he had no shot and he passed out. But there was no call made and they were already protesting at that stage.
This big red machine. You know, sometimes I'm tempted to call it Fred's Reds. I'm really tempted. And he asked me politely, face down. In the meantime, and a foul on Baguio here. Third.
Yeah, Baguio tried to swipe the ball from behind. Tawagan siya ng foul, pero tatlo na yun. So mabigat rin yun.
And let's send it to Mr. Magoo.
You know, after being named best player of the conference, Jay Washington admitted to being nervous and a little pressured to prove himself in the first half of game number 1. He did settle down in the second half where he came up with 12 of his 16 points and is now focused on playing solid defense and going with the flow to better execute on offense. Seth?
Thanks a lot, Magoo. In the meantime, here's Simpson. LA thought about it. Denok lost to the shuffle. LA is sprawled on the floor. But no foul called. Washington, yep. We got a 30-second timeout being requested here. Is it a full?
I think they've used their 30-second timeout already, if I'm not mistaken. So unless they want to use another 30,
yep.
it will probably be a full.
It's a full. I'm going to kill somebody right now who just told me that there's a 30 seconds. We'll be right back. San Miguel in the lead, but not for long.
Excellent personal movement here coming from Alaska. Double team sent from the baseline. Ontiveros doubled.